Hey YouTube. Normally I would go live and do this sort of a thing, but I am pre-recording and uploading this from my phone because pre-recorded stuff gets more views for me. Anyways, I've had this thought for several years now, but just the amount of stuff like physical paper and notebooks that I still see going around in this digital age kind of baffles me just a little bit. I mean, especially since I work at Dollar Tree and we have a lot of notebooks and things there, and a lot of younger kids get notebooks and they get excited about notebooks, and they're great things to draw in, sure. What else was I thinking? Yeah, also, I mean, for younger kids, they might not have a tablet or a device that they can do yet. Plus, also, you kind of guarantee that they're not getting extra screen time. Like, it's a notebook. So, there's a limited number of things they can do in said notebook. But, on the phone, like, especially if you're not a very tech-savvy parent who wouldn't know how to set up a special app that would put limits on certain things. Because like Linus recently talked about on the WAN show how a lot of his devices have limits. And so his kids, they have unlimited amount of Kindle time because reading is good. But then they have 75, I forget what it is, but then they have a limit on how much screen time they get for other applications and things. And you can limit within specific apps even. I think that's really cool that we have that. But some parents are not as tech savvy, and a notebook is great. You can just draw in there, get handwriting practice. Yeah, that's still needed. That actually even ties into like specifically handwriting and reading cursive. That even ties into being able to read the US Constitution. That's for a whole other topic. But some people believe that it may be on purpose that they're not really teaching handwriting in schools anymore. Because then if we can't read the Constitution, they can just claim it says anything they want to. Again, that's a whole other topic, but it is kind of related. So, and then there's also the physical paperwork that we have at Dollar Tree. Like, why is that not digital yet? I mean, I get that a filing cabinet is somewhat safer than a computer, because forget about hacking, just what if the computer decides to go, I'm dead, and then you lose it. I've had that happen. So, I find it weird and strange that there's still so much paper and notebooks. Now, if notebooks are your thing, for whatever reason, I'm fine with that. First, I would encourage you to try something where you can actually do handwriting into it. Like, maybe you buy a tablet and you handwrite your documents that way. And let it transcribe for you. You can do that on your phone if it has a stylus option, like some of the Samsung phones do. My mom loves hers. Hold on one second. An antenna top. Not gonna take it though. Don't need it. But cool. So yeah, if you do that, I think that's great. If you haven't tried it, I would encourage trying it a lot. Cause I remember I had a lot of fun doing that on a few devices that were my mom's that she ended up not using for a while, or like maybe she still was using, but I borrowed it for a moment. And that was really interesting too, because I learned that I could not get it to do a lowercase w. I don't know how to do a lowercase w apparently, but I loved the handwriting onto it. It was fun and exciting, but then I also liked that it was digital and I could go back and I could write or change what I had written. That's the big thing for me for going digital. I wrote one thing in an actual like spiral bound one subject notebook once, an actual story, because my mom was kind of forcing me to have handwriting practice. And so I'm like, okay, fine, I can write a story in this notebook, and then I can put it into the computer. It's still in the notebook. It's never been digitized. And I mean, if I ever digitize it, that's it. That's the story. I'm not gonna, change it and make it better. I wrote this a long time ago. But that just never transferred over for me. So ultimately, though, if writing digitally, like actually handwriting into a device and having it transcribed for you, doesn't cut it for you, because also I don't do that anymore, just because I found that I'm much faster typing. I mean, especially when you consider that I have to go back and fix the W's with the keyboard, like the regular keyboard. But, so if doing it digitally doesn't cut it for you, and you still need to use notebooks for your art, or just writing down your thoughts, writing a journal, having something physical is nice and helpful for you, great. I'm not against that. Absolutely do it. I just kind of feel like we're almost in a day and age where it's like, shouldn't notebooks be like either a local specialty store that somehow stays alive, or like you order them... Why am I blue? That is really weird. Anyways, I just think there would be like an online sort of specialty item that you have to go and find. Their calendars fall into the same thing too. People still buy physical calendars. And it's especially the young people that do. I can understand maybe kids doing that if they want to be able to track their year, but they don't have a phone that they can just Google Calendar or whatever on. But then there's some people where they're like not young enough that they wouldn't have a phone, but they're also still somewhat young, and I don't say this to them, but it's like, wow, you look too young to be using a calendar. I guess you just really like horses or puppies or kitties or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, that's pretty much it for my thoughts. Again, if you guys think that it's the best thing for you and it works, absolutely. I'm not trying to stop people from using these things. I just kind of feel like it's surprising that there's still so much of it around and we're not so digital, because I'm all for going digital. Same thing with reading books. If you like reading books, physical books, great. Go ahead and have a book collection. I actually kind of related to, I have a CD collection. I don't listen to them. I just have them because it's much cheaper to buy CDs from the thrift store if they have music I like. So, yeah, if you guys liked this, please leave a like down below. Check out the variety of other things that I do. Just sharing my thoughts is in every once in a while. And if you guys want notifications about when I upload, that's a subscription, and click the bell. If you just want me to appear in your feed, then just watch videos. Just watch stuff. That'll help me appear in your feed. But then also, that'll help me get my watch hours up, which is something that I need right now. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will see you guys in whatever's next. Bye!